Eco9 is sponsored by your Washington area Toyota dealers.
While the cherry blossoms are now in peak bloom, the famous trees actually don't produce any fruit, but there are many other kinds of trees in our area that in fact do.
And they need a balance of both warm and cold temperatures. Meteorologist Caitlin McGrath met with one local scientist who's working to protect fruit trees and a Virginia farmer being directly impacted by climate change.
Sometimes it feels like you are fighting a losing battle with the Mother Nature. And that's where my research comes in.
Dr. Sharif is an assistant professor of horticulture at Virginia Tech and committed to improving fruit tree resiliency in our changing climate.
Most of our trees require a period of chilling. A chilling hour is any hour between 32 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
Chill time varies from fruit to fruit. Cherry trees require over 1,000 hours in that chill range, while peach trees need as few as 400 hours.
Luckily, until now, we have a winter that satisfies the chilling requirement for most of our varieties and species.
The bigger threat is late spring frosts. As winters get warmer, trees develop a false sense of spring and bloom early, making them more sensitive to frost.
A single frost event that can last for only a couple of hours can kill every single flower on the tree.
Once a flower dies, fruit can no longer be produced. So Dr. Sharif is working with a team of researchers on two possible solutions. The first being genetic modification.
We need to identify the genes that we can use to delay bloom and avoid the spring frost damage. We taking these plantlets as the starting materials to start any gene editing study.
The second is a topical solution.
We identified a chemical inhibitor that when we apply to the beech trees, it can delay bloom for some time. This way we can avoid the spring frost.
This chemical solution is first being applied to peach trees like this, because stone fruits like peaches, plums, and apricots are more susceptible to spring frost. But once the solution is fine-tuned, it can be applied to all fruit trees.
It may allow us to have fruit in a year that, maybe nobody would have fruit otherwise.
Frost mitigation has been the name of the game for Bill McIntosh over the past several years when it comes to a productive crop.
Before we started doing frost protection, we might have 10%, 15, 20% in a good year. But now that we run heaters and a wind machine, we can boost that up to, 50 to 80%.
Heaters that blow warm air on the crops are typically only needed a handful of times after trees flower. The power of wind serves as a more frequent form of protection.
That layer of warm air that's above the cold air, it'll blend that, mix that with the cold air on the ground, and we can raise the temperature from 1 degree to maybe 4 or 5 degrees.
In addition to his time spent in the lab and analyzing results in the orchard, Dr. Sharif works closely with farmers like Bill all across Virginia.
I see the people facing these problems, and anything I do in my research with impact, it will be obvious.
Everybody is pulling for Sharif to make this work.
I'm meteorologist Caitlin McGrath, WUSA 9.